What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dan, right back at you again with another episode of 302 Fishing. Welcome back to the channel here. Before we even get started, guys, the wind is a-kicking, man. All you gotta do is look at the reeds, the conifer, that big old bank of trees right there swaying all over the place. It's gonna be a tough one today, guys, but let's get back into it. If you haven't already done so, guys, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell that we informed of all of our future episodes. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Of course, follow us on Instagram at 302 Fishing. Wind is gonna be a problem today. Obviously, I told you that on the last video. It is kicking already. But the good sign is, and hopefully it will put fish on the end of the line. Hopefully it's starting to moving, and I'm proving that groundhog wrong, potentially. If you walk over here, guys, all we gotta do is look right on these branches right there. There are buds already on these trees. So it's kind of giving me a positive sign that things are about to turn and change the whole fishing dynamic here in Delaware. We are literally going to be throwing everything, including a kitchen sink, out on the body of water that's right behind me right here. We're going to have the tried and trues, but I want to start off the episode with one bait that we've never used on this channel, and I don't think anybody on any of the Delaware YouTube channels has ever used this. I think it's a pretty cool bait. I've seen multiple people use it and get some big old bass on it. So hopefully we're successful in trying to catch something on this rig we're getting ready to use right now. So what's coming out? We got an umbrella rig, guys. An A-rig, or most people know it as the Alabama rig. It doesn't consist of one swim bait. This one has 5 swim baits on the end of it. So it emulates a bait ball swimming through the bodies of water, and hopefully this fish will chase after those baits and smash up on them, on one of them that has a hook on it. I will highly encourage you, before you even use this bait, to check your rules and regulations. Check with Fish and Wildlife. Go on the internet. Do your research. I did in Delaware, and with this 5 swim bait rig, I can only have 3 that have hooks on them. So there's going to be a jig with a KEITECH that's on the end of it, and the other 2 are going to be dummies that are hooked up on screw locks on this particular rig that we're going to be throwing out there. Ranging in size from 4-inch all the way to 5-inch. I want to kind of stagger the size, so you don't want to make sure the fish gets fooled saying, or not get fooled, because they see 5 same size baits. They're going to say, that doesn't look right. But when you're staggering them, they're going to think like, okay, that's an actual bait ball. Boom, hopefully to smack up on it. So let me stop talking. I'm going to start tying things on. We're going to start casting around in this highly windy day. And hopefully, guys, if we're lucky, we get a big fat green beanbag on the end of the line. We got everything that we need to start up the episode. Let me go ahead and take a quick walk out here. See how much of a wind we're going to have in our face. Let's get out here. And it's not too bad, but just curious when these gusts come along if it's going to push the bait back into our face here. But it is clearly pushing into our face. We've got our adoring fans out here. They're calmer than when I first got here. I mean, they were absolutely insane out here, going after each other and diving into the water and whatnot. But let me get this rig out here, the Alabama rig. And we're going to start throwing a couple casts out here first before we get everything all situated. But I've got this on my 7'9" tournament rod here by Cabela's. Nothing fancy, guys, about $79 for it. I got my loose speed spool, my tried and true, of course. I got 35-pound test braid that's on here. And here is the rig that we have. This is the HOGFARMER, I want to try to get this right, Bait Flex rig, I think it is. Everything that we're fishing with today will definitely be in the description field below. This particular bait, I'm sure a lot of you guys seen Wired to Fish. Matt and those guys are on that channel. He makes these things pretty popular. That's kind of the videos that I like to go to for my knowledge and know-how when I come out here and fish. But it is a rig that consists of 5 swim baits. These are all KEITECHs, as I mentioned, anywhere from 4 inches to 5 inches. There's the 3 hooks on the bottom part of the rig. And then there's our 2 dummies that are on the end using screw locks. We've got some willow blades on the end of here. And we're going to start casting this around. This thing does have a little bit of weight, so I got to try to get the cadence down and see if this thing will work. But let me try to get my position here and give it a big heave-ho. There we go. Let's go and test that water. It's not too bad, guys, not too bad. If I had to say, it's probably near maybe 50 degrees, possibly. So here's the lipless crankbait that we're going to be using. This is a brand new color. Again, we love using the Strike King Red-Eyed Shad series. This is Ghost Chrome Blue. And I don't know if you remember that short where I caught that gizzard shad out of this pond right here. All of these colors were in that gizzard shad, especially the purplish top right there. So I'm hoping we get a strike off of that today. I'm curious, because normally we get it off the sexy shad all the time right here, but I like to change my colors up every once in a while. But let's go ahead and get a couple casts, a couple casts out there, start cranking around. And see what happens here. We're going to start with a yo-yo action, which is bringing the bait up, let it flutter down. Bring it up, let it flutter down. And then we'll go with a slow retrieve after that. But this wind is ridiculous. Is fierce, guys. My tripod took a dump here. Hopefully it didn't ruin the GoPro here. But that's my alternative angle. But a big gust of wind just took the whole tripod over. Looks like we're okay. I don't know about the mod here though. I can't begin to tell you how cold it is down in another region here. When I was running to catch that camera before it fell into the water, big splash of water went up into the Jules area. So with this wind and this chill, it's not feeling very good right now, guys. I'm really hoping this effort is worth it today. But I was unfortunate that that happened. But the camera should be fine. Like I said, it's the mod, the wrap that goes around it. That's what I'm worried about. So as we're rounding the corner here, I want to clarify what I was saying in the last video. I should have been a little more concise with the fish that we weren't catching, because I got quickly chastised by one of my close buddies like the fish. And obviously I should have been speaking just about the largemouth bass, because we've had white perch and striper that have been hitting as well too. So my boy John, he's out there. My apologies, brother, because I seen some pictures. Somebody caught a 28-incher and I think a 32-incher upstate here a little bit and up a ways from my house. So I want to give those guys a shout out for those fish right there. We got our arsenal of rods right here. I've increased to 4 rods now. Each one of them's gonna have a whole different kind of setup going on. And we got a box full of goodies here. I picked some stuff out that might be able to elicit some hits. Right now so far, the only one we're getting hits on is the Sexy Shad lipless crankbait. So I'm gonna change the color to a reddish color. I don't have a chili crawl or a delta crawl, but I still do have a Strike King Red-Eyed series lipless crankbait. I'll put it down in the description field below, along with any of the baits that I've been using here down there too, so you guys can go out and get those baits. But again, it's red in color. Red in spring is pretty good, because these fish will go after us and attack it, because they think they're going after crawl. It's in their DNA to smack up on anything red. So let me tie that on. I'm going to cast that around first, and then we'll get into what I selected here in this box. I was able to go ahead and locate the color on this lipless crankbait right here. As I mentioned to you, it is Strike King Red-Eyed Shad crankbait, lipless crankbait. This one right here is the Sam Rayburn Red Crawl. That's the color we have today. There we go, big bombs. I think we got one, guys. I think we finally got a fish on. All right, right, guys, what do we got here? Yes, finally, after all that time, guys. Red is the color. We got one. All right. It's about 1.5 pounds, but we got our first bass of the year on, guys. Oh, boy. You don't know how excited I am just for that one little fish right there. I felt like a slight ding and a big bang, and she took it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get her off on the way there. And she's gone. Yes. The only reason I threw over there is because the sexy shad color, I kept getting slight taps over there, left and right. And I figured if I changed to that red band, we were going to get a strike. But let's get it back out there again. At least we know they're kind of somewhat shallow. But this wind is not making it easy for me. When I'm casting, it's creating a bow in the line. And it's hanging up on those limbs. I mean, that thing is getting bombed way out there. I think with that sun being higher in the sky, that's what's helping the bite right now. There's one right there, guys. Oh, that's a nice one, guys. That's a real nice one. That's a real nice one. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Success finally, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at the size of this bass, guys. There you go. There you go, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. They're getting bigger. Woo! I'd say about 2.5, 3 pounds. It's respectable. We're gonna go ahead and weigh it. That was way out there, guys. That fish hit that bait on. But we gotta be careful because got the hooks in the gill plate right here, and I don't want to go ripping that out, of course. Take a look there. Yeah, we're gonna have to come behind the gills, guys. I hate to lay them down, but it's right there in the gill plate, so I'm gonna be very, very careful and pulling it out there. There we go. Obviously, we don't want to hurt the fish and damage it. But finally, after all these hours, guys, and at least a half dozen or more baits, we're finally getting some fish on. Thank you. And she's going. Boom. Yes. There it is. 2 strikes on a red lipless crankbait. In my excitement and trying to get that out of his gills gingerly, guess what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to weigh the thing. But I would say I'm gonna give it conservatively 2.5 pounds. It was a decent size. So we're gonna take a break off of the Sam Rayburn red craw right there. We're going to go ahead and slap on a jerkbait. I've never used the Junior Scout before. This is by GOOGAN Squad. And we're going to try this sexy shad bait out. I do have another crankbait that looks really, really sexy. We might be able to get something off of that. But what color is that? That is called Gagnet Green. But again, it's got some flakiness, lots of rattles. And then we do have another jerkbait here. We got an X-Wrap. Might even go even tinier, guys, and go with a micro chatterbait. Who knows? We got some time here, so we'll make our way through these baits. So I'm busting this out here, man. This thing's got some nice rattle to it. I shook it for a couple seconds. I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. So this particular jerkbait right here, this is a suspending jerkbait. So when we jerk the jerkbait, it's going to slowly rise up in the water, as opposed to the other one that I had that actually sank to the bottom. But we're hoping that we can keep this right in the middle of the water column, because that's where I think those bass will be at. But let's get a shot out there, see if we can get a jerkbait bite going on. Ooh, fish on, guys. All right, got a jerkbait going on. All right. Yes, nice looking bass. Nice looking bass, guys. Wowie, wow. All right. Again, getting bigger, guys, getting bigger. That looks like a 3-pounder right there. Yes, that's my first bass ever on a Junior Scout GOOGAN bait. Wow, nice looking bass. This one we'll get a scale out and weigh it. But we definitely got the moving bait action going on. Come on. These hooks are very sharp, guys. I'm gonna get my pliers out here. That'd be the wise thing to do, guys, when you think. There we go. We got it free now. Pretty bass, man. This thing's got some bait up inside of it. It is feeding. Got the lipstick. I'd say if I'm gonna weigh it right now, probably 2.5 pounds. But let's get the scale out and see what we got here. But pretty. I'm so glad we're getting a bite going on now. Let's clamp her up and see what she weighs. All right, that's got a hold on it, guys. Hold on, we got to clear it out. There we go. Wow, heavier than I thought. 3 pounds, 1 ounces. All right, 3 bass. They keep getting bigger. Sweet. Let's get her on her way. And I'm sure everybody's belly aching because I was throwing the bass in, so we're going to gently put this one in and let her get on her way. Boom. All 3 of those bass are right over here. And I kind of figured they were going to be here because if you notice the direction of the wind, it's coming from my right to my left. So more than likely all that bait's probably going to be on this side right here. But again, first ever GOOGAN Squad Junior Scout jerkbait. Sweet. I will let you know that out of all my non-confidence baits, this is my #1 non-confidence bait. So that's kind of picking me up a little bit and reassuring me that I can catch fish on this bait. But I figured with that little bit of rattle going on there, man, we were going to get something. But I felt a nice thump on that one. Pauses anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. That's literally how long I let that thing sit out there. Each motion that I'm making. There's a hit right there, guys. I felt him slightly tap it. Yes. All right. Little pounder. He barely touched that bait. I gotta watch out for this treble here. Barely on there, guys, barely on there. All right, let's get that little one a toss in there. She's gone. I'm not gonna lie, man, we got the snot kicked out of us when we were fishing that episode there a few days ago. Easy 25-mile-an-hour gusts at the beginning, but as the day progressed, it just started falling apart, and we started getting consistently with 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds by day's end. It was hard to keep that line straight and have good castability with the baits that we were using. We must at least use a dozen baits, and only 2 of them shine through the whole thing. I wanted that umbrella rig, the umbrella rig to work, but it did not. I think we need that water to warm up just a little bit more. But the lipless crankbait came through. Again, I called that audible in the sexy Shad. I went to that Sam Rayburn red Craw, and of course that jerkbait. And thankfully we did that, and we got 4 fish on the end of the line. And we even got our first big fat green bean bag. As I mentioned to you guys, anything 3 pounds or greater on my channel is considered that, and we got it by 1 ounce. But I'm so happy that we finally got the bite going on for largemouth bass. I looked at the future weather right here, and it looks really, really good so far. We've got another cold front, unfortunately, for this weekend coming up. It's been 50s and 60s all week, and of course, again on the weekends, it's gonna be 40s and 30s. But beyond that, again, 50s and 60s again, consistently, and the lows are going to be high 30s and 40s. So that should motivate these fish to start moving around, hopefully start chasing bait, and hopefully that umbrella rig will be successful and we can catch a monster off of that. That's what my hope is. We're going to cast that each and every episode until that picks up. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that video. If you did, guys, give us that big fat thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, click that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell that way informed of all of our future episodes. I encourage you to go off to my right-hand side. There are plenty of videos from the past that we fished on that you can peruse through and continue throughout our channel. We would really appreciate you guys doing that and helping us out and continue to help us grow. We went over 3,400 thanks to you guys from that last tiny little video that I posted. Absolutely appreciate you. So it's making that goal of 5,000 subscriber much more enticing and easy to get to if you guys continue to do exactly what you're doing. So thank you. We're humbled and appreciative. I'm hoping you guys have a great day, and as always, fish on.